All right, so we'll get started with our chair yoga. So go ahead and have a seat. And we are going to close our eyes, sit up tall, and take a few breaths just right here. And we'll begin by doing our triangles. So go ahead and open up that right palm and 45-degree angle, stretching out through the fingertips, and take about 3 breaths here. And stretching up to the corner through the fingertips, 3 breaths here. And shooting that arm straight up by the ear, stretching through the fingertips, 3 breaths. And leaning to the left, extending over to that corner, 3 breaths. Coming back up the center for 3 breaths. And to the right corner. And down to the bottom corner. And then switching into the left hand, palm up, low triangle, 3 breaths. High triangle for 3 breaths. And straight up by the ear for 3, stretching up. And over to the right side, high corner for 3. Keep going. And back up tall for 3 breaths. And high triangle for 3. And low triangle for 3. Deep breaths. And we'll go into the mountain pose. So shoot those arms straight down. Fingertips pointing towards the ground. Drop your shoulders down. Stacking your vertebrae on top of each other. Take 3 breaths here. And let's bring those fingers together into our salutation at the top. Stretching up, looking up towards that thumb. Again, dropping those shoulders down. Index fingers point into the sky. Other fingers are wrapped into a prayer position. thumb pointing behind you. And the head comes back in between the arms. And we'll come back down, hands to knees. Now we're going to take the rib cage to the thighs, so bending over, dropping that rib cage to thighs, letting that head hang heavy. 3 deep breaths here. And with an inhale, come back up. Exhale, back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one, exhale down. And the inhale, come back up. We're gonna wrap those arms behind us. If you can, grab the forearms, crossing in the back. If that's too hard, grab the wrists or grab the fingers. Either position is fine. Go ahead and grasp behind you, tall spine, and breathe. Open up that chest, drop the shoulders down, tall neck. And inhale, unwind the arms. Exhale, grab underneath your right thigh. Flex your foot, toes pointed towards the ceiling. And hug towards your chest on the next inhale. And hold and breathe. 3 breaths here. Again, try to lower the shoulders down into a relaxed position. Spine is tall. If you can, bring that knee a little bit closer to your chest now and breathe. And inhale. With the exhale, extend that leg out. Try to get it straight as you can. Strong hold still underneath the thigh. Sitting up tall, try not to lean back here. Sit up tall. Again, try to drop the shoulders down. If you need to lower the leg to try to get it a little bit straighter, go for it. If you're feeling good with a straight leg, let's try to raise it up a little bit. Again, trying not to lean back. And bring that knee back in and down. Inhale, bring the left hand underneath the left thigh. Exhale through. Flexing the foot. Dropping those shoulders down. Taking 3 breaths here. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and try to hug that knee a little closer to the chest. Again, trying not to lean back. Think about a straight spine. Dropping those shoulders down with a long neck. Inhale, on the next exhale, extend that leg out. Keeping that grip underneath your thigh, trying to straighten that leg as much as you can. Keeping that back straight, those shoulders dropped, neck is long. If you need to lower that leg, do so in order to try to get it a little straighter. If you're feeling good, let's go ahead and raise it up a little bit. Again, keeping that back straight. Inhale, exhale, bring that knee back to bending and back down. All right, moving right into our next sequence, we're gonna stand up. We're gonna take the right foot in front of the chair. The right hand goes down onto the front of the chair. You can bend that right knee if you need to. Walk that left foot back a little bit. From here, I want you to open up strong and tall, opening that chest up, turning the chest towards the front of the room, extending that palm up, gazing up at your thumb. Option here to try to straighten that front leg. If you can, if not, hold the bend. Breathing deep. Bringing that left arm back down, transitioning into our front leg stretch. From here, go ahead and straighten the front leg, shifting that weight forward, but keeping both feet flat. So your weight is centered over top of your wrists. Option now to bend that front knee and drop down to your elbows. If not, continue holding where you were. Now we have some options coming up here as well. You can stay here, you can stay tall where you were, or you can try to straighten that front leg a little bit, dropping those hands down to the legs of the chair. Again, trying to reshift that weight to the front. Over the chair. Focus on your breath. If you're feeling good, you want to try for the floor. Go ahead now and try to put your fingertips down onto the floor. And walking back up if you're on the floor. All the way back up to the top of the chair. Moving into our high plank, I want you to lift up on the back heel so it's off the ground. That weight automatically shifts forward a little bit. And we take that right foot back, halfway back, with both heels off the ground if you can. Next, try to line those feet back together in the back, both heels off the ground. Breathing deep. Next, can we take that right foot off the ground just a little bit and hold and breathe. And then finally, can we take that knee towards the chest a little bit more, coming up towards that right wrist and bringing it up as far as we can towards the chest. Deep breaths. And bringing it back down to meet the other foot. Let's bend those knees slightly now. Both feet are flat on the ground. And push back into our downward dog. Arms are fully extended. Weight is back, stretching back. Let the head hang heavy for 2 more breaths. And bend those knees, pushing back up slowly to standing. And we will switch to the other leg. Taking that left foot in front of the chair. The left palm to the front of the chair. Bending that left knee, scooching that right foot back a little bit. Shooting that right arm straight up, palm facing out. Looking up, gazing up at the thumb, stretching through the fingertips. Can we open that chest up a little bit more so it's opening up to the front of the room? Really feeling a stretch. Option now to straighten that front leg if you can. If not, keep it bent. 3 breaths, deep in and out. And bringing that gaze back down, bringing the arm back down. Taking that left foot forward, right foot back. Moving into our front leg stretch. Let's straighten both legs if you can. Shifting that weight forward over the chair, over the wrists as much as you can. So we feel the stretch in the front leg. And breathe. Option to bend that front knee and drop to your elbows. 1 or both elbows. Again, reshift your weight forward. Try to straighten that front leg if you can now. And another option to continue to walk down to the legs of the chair. And final option to take it all the way down, fingertips to the floor. Breathe deep. And slowly climbing back up the chair to the legs of the chair. And then back, palms onto the chair. And we'll move into our high plank. So come forward, heel comes off the ground, back heel. And stepping halfway back with the left foot to keep the left heel off the ground as well as the right heel off the ground. Recenter your weight up over the chair. And taking both feet to even, both heels off the ground if you can. Two more breaths. With the next inhale, bring that foot up off the ground, the left foot. And next up, inhale, and can we bring it towards the chest a little bit more? Bringing it towards that left elbow. Breathing deep, feeling that stretch. And with the next inhale, taking that leg back and dropping it, exhaling to the floor. Bending those knees now, flat foot, and pushing back, shooting back into our downward facing dog. Head drops down between the arms. Legs are trying to be straight. Butt is pushing back, stretching through the arms that are straight. bringing that head up, that gaze up slightly, go ahead and move closer back towards your chair. And coming back up to standing. All right, let's go through that whole sequence one more time. Come back to seated. And we'll start out. Straight spine, palm up, stretching out through the fingertips. Low triangle. Really focus on your breathing this go around. In and out slowly, deeply. Breathing out your stress. High triangle. Really feeling yourself relax through each breath. And up by your ear. And over to the left. And all the way back down, left arm, palm up, low triangle. High triangle. Straight up by the ear. And over to the right. And all the way back down. Mountain pose, strong arms pushing down, shoulders are down, neck is tall and long. Bringing those arms straight up, together, clasping at the top to our salutation. Gaze is slightly up. Try to drop those shoulders down now. And coming back down. Palms to knees. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, ribs to thighs. Inhale up. Tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up. Fold the arms behind you. Drop the shoulders down. Neck is long. 3 breaths. Release. With the next inhale, grab underneath your right thigh. Flex the foot, exhaling. Now breathing in and out slowly. Trying to bring that knee a little bit closer to the chest with the tall back. Try not to lean back. Now with the next breath, extending that leg out. Trying to get it straight even if you have to lower that leg down. Tall spine. Try not to lean back. With the next inhale, try to lift that leg a little bit higher up towards the ceiling. And bringing that knee back to bend. Setting it down, Next inhale, lift that leg up. Exhale, flexing that foot. Breathing deep now with each breath, trying to pull that knee closer to the chest. With the next inhale, extend that leg out. Even if you have to drop it down to try to straighten it. Back is straight, breathing deep. And with each inhale, try to lift that leg a little bit higher to the sky. And releasing back to bent knee and back down to the floor. Standing up with your next breath. Right foot going in front of the chair, right palm is down, right leg is bent. Walk the back leg back. Extend that left arm up towards the sky. Opening that chest up. How far can we open it? Gazing up at that left hand. Option to straighten that right leg. One more deep breath. Inhale and exhale, bringing that arm back down. Moving into our front leg stretch. Straighten that front leg. Bringing that weight forward over the wrists and hands. Both feet are flat. Either stay here or option to bend the front leg and try to go down to one elbow or both elbows. Try now to straighten that front leg just a little bit, reshift the weight forward. Option to walk the hands down to the legs of the chair. And all the way down to the floor. Climbing back up that chair slowly. The legs, and then all the way up. Moving into our high plank now. Bring that back heel up off the ground. Shifting that weight forward. Taking that front leg back halfway to the other foot with both heels now off the ground. And all the way back to meet the other foot, both heels off the ground. With the next inhale, bring that right foot up off the ground. And on the next inhale, how far can we bring that knee up towards the chest? Exhaling, bringing that foot back down. Bending those knees and then shooting back into our downward facing dog. Bring those knees back to bent and then walking back up closer to the chair to standing. Switching over to the other side. Left foot goes in front of the chair, right foot is back. Left palm on the front of the chair. Bend that front knee. Open that right arm all the way up. How far can we open that chest? Stretching those right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Gazing up at our right thumb. Option to straighten the left leg. On the next exhale, bringing that right arm back down slowly. Bringing that left foot in the front of the chair, right foot is back. Moving into our front leg stretch. Try to straighten both legs, shifting the weight forward over the wrists. Both feet are flat on the floor. Option to drop down to one elbow or both elbows, bending that front knee. And option to try to straighten that front leg a little bit more, walking those hands down to the legs of the chair. And finally, option to take those fingertips to the ground. Keep breathing. Walking back up the chair, if you're down, the legs, and then all the way back up onto the hands. Into our high plank, go ahead and come up off the back heel as off the ground. Forcing yourself to shift your weight forward. Take that left foot halfway back to meet the right foot. Both heels are now off the ground. And now both feet are back even with one another. Both heels off the ground if you can. Into our high plank here. With the next inhale, take that left foot up off the ground slightly. Breathing deep, in and out. With the next inhale, let's try to bring up to the chest as high as you can. Breathing deep. And with the exhale, bringing the foot back down, bending those knees slightly, and then shooting back into our downward facing dog. Head up nice and slow, walking those feet back towards the chair. Let's go ahead and sit back down one more time. Bringing the palms together in front, breathing. Letting yourself breathe in and out. And that's it. Thank you so much.